everybody, it's Trish. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to get a little personal, so I hope you're ready. Today we're going to be discussing my weight throughout my entire life, my journey with weight gain and weight loss. So to bring it all the way back to elementary school, I've always been the bigger girl in the class. I've always been, the heavier one. I've always been the one just a little bit too pudgy for her age and her height. For reference, I'm 5'1", so not the tallest of the bunch. But yeah, I've always been heavier than my friends, than the rest of the kids in my grade, that type of thing. While I was in middle school, I was diagnosed with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which basically messes with your hormones and many, many other things. And a lot of women are actually very affected by this. It's more common than you think. It makes it really, really, really easy to gain weight and really, really, really hard to get it off. So I've struggled with that. I also struggled with high blood pressure when I was younger and type 2 diabetes, which now, thank God, I no longer struggle with, and that's just amazing. So all throughout high school, I was roughly around 230, 240, which for someone who's only 5'1" is still very, very overweight. When I got out of high school, I graduated in 2011. I started all of these diets. I mean, I've always tried diets. I've tried Weight Watchers a million times. I've done Slim Fast diets, South Beach, I think it was called, diets, exercise programs, exercise DVDs, weight trainers, all of these other things. I've gone to nutritionists, dietitians, and I've only ever really been able to lose 20 pounds, 15 pounds on my own. I always used to stop at around probably 15, 20. I don't know if that was just a mental thing or my body just needed an extra boost to try and, lose the rest of the weight. I'm not really sure. I was on metformin for a very, very long time to help with the PCOS. All different types of birth control pills. I know, a little TMI, but hey, this is my journey. And nothing really seemed to work. That led to a huge anxiety and depression in my life. I was in a very bad abusive relationship for about 3.5, 4 years throughout high school and a little while after, which definitely paid a tribute to my self-confidence, which definitely paid tribute to weight. And I can make a whole separate video on abusive relationships if you'd like, because that is something that I dealt with firsthand, and I have a lot to say about it. Now, luckily, I'm in a great relationship, and that's all that's all good. But that doesn't mean that the weight gain from that relationship and from all of the self-doubt and the low self-esteem didn't stay with me. So in 2017, or actually 2016, I decided to look into weight loss surgery. And I found an amazing surgeon in the area that I live in, and in 2017 I underwent gastric sleeve surgery. I ended up crawling up to 321 pounds at the age of 23. Probably from 22 to 23. 321 was my highest weight, and I am nowhere near proud of that, but it is what it is. That's what I did. I overate, I ate junk food, I definitely emotionally ate constantly. I just was not treating my body with respect or any other form of care, really. I ate, and I did not care what went into my body. I underwent the surgery, and in about 4 months, 5-month period, I dropped 91 pounds. So my starting weight was 321, that was my high weight. My surgery weight was 306 because you have to be on, or at least I had to be on, a 2-week pre-op liquid diet, which was not very fun, but I did it. And I dropped 15 pounds in those 2 weeks. Now, about 5 months out, I hit a terrible stall, and that really, really affected me mentally. I truly, truly, truly do not believe that mentally I was as ready or prepared as I possibly could have been for the surgery, and I 100% don't blame it on anybody but myself. Towards probably, let's see, November, June, June, so about 3 months before my surgery, my boyfriend and I, who I'd been with for about 6 months, broke up. And a lot of that had to do with my weight. Nothing on his end. He loved me at 321 pounds, and we're together now because the universe just brought us back together. And he loves me at the 245 pounds that I'm currently sitting at right now, which I'll get to in a minute because my lowest weight was 230. We'll talk about that in a second. So my weight really just affected everything. So the few months leading up to my surgery, I was just in a depressed state, did not care about anything, didn't even want the surgery anymore, was contemplating canceling it, and just very heartbroken for a lot of different reasons. Personal reasons, relationship reasons, self-esteem reasons. I was just not happy with anything, with myself, with the people around me, with anything, and that was all because of my weight. I couldn't even walk into a CVS or a grocery store or a mall or an event without my back hurting, without my legs hurting, without being out of breath, without being sweating. 321 pounds on a girl that's 5'1" is not meant to be that way. Obviously, this is all common sense. But at the time, I just didn't care. I was so disappointed in myself, and I just let myself down. I couldn't believe how I got up to that weight, and I was just disgusted. So going into the surgery, I just really was not as mentally prepared because of all the things I was going through. Now, after my surgery, it was like a fresh of breath air. It was just amazing. Hormones in my body, finally were settled good, and everything was just going great. My mood was amazing. The weight was just falling off. I felt great. Actually, the day of my surgery was when my boyfriend and I started talking again, and it was just one of those things where we had to let each other go to come back to each other so we could find ourselves in the meantime. So, which I can also make another video about because that is a touchy subject in itself. But so everything was going amazing, and like I said, about 5 months in, I was down to 230. I was 9 pounds away from being 100 pounds down from my highest weight, and bam, I hit a wall. I hit a stall for months, and that is something I was not prepared for. I was nowhere near prepared to just halt, and I did not know how it was going to affect me. Now, I am a year and 4 months out, February, March, April, May, June, July, almost 6 months out. Almost 6 months out, 5 months out, and I'm still struggling. I am still struggling mentally. I am still struggling physically with this regain. So I hit a plateau for a very long time, and that caused my brain to just go out of control. I just spiraled out of control. I started eating sweets again. I started going back to carbs. I started getting addicted to food. Now, I do not think, or I do not know, at least it wasn't prominent, that I had a severe food addiction prior to the surgery, but I think afterwards, because my brain was just all over the place when I hit that stall, I definitely feel like I got one. I definitely feel like I developed one, and that's something I'm struggling with till this day. So I had about a 25-pound regain, and one thing which please do not do what I did. I was too scared to go back to my doctors, to go back to my surgeon, because I was so embarrassed with myself. And looking back at it now, if I had just gone back when I saw the first 5 pounds creep up on me, or even 10 pounds, I never would have gotten up to this 25-pound mark. And I'm angry with myself that I didn't go back, because obviously they weren't going to yell at me or ridicule me or something like that. But it was just a thing where I was like, I did this to myself, I need to fix it myself. That is never the case. It is okay to ask for help, and I wish I did it sooner. So currently right now, I am back into therapy, because I had gone to therapy years ago for other things, relationship issues and stuff. So I'm back into therapy right now, and I am also going back to my surgeon. I went back about 2.5 weeks ago. We talked about a plan, and already I'm down 10 pounds. So I got back up to 255, and right now I am currently sitting at 245. Today is my first day of trying to retrain my brain. So in order to do that, I am starting a liquid diet again. Woohoo! So I'm going to be documenting. I'm only going to be doing it for about a week to see how I feel. I'm going to be documenting that every single day starting after this video. I'm going to have my first shake. I'll explain everything. So if that's something you guys would like to see, definitely hit the subscribe button to follow me along this week. And you know, see how I do. I'm praying I do good. You know, I'm putting all of my trust into whatever, and into myself, because it's really just up to me. So after my surgery and after, you know, my weight gain and everything, that really took a toll on me mentally again. This is such a mental game. And, you know, I applaud those people who are overweight and happy with themselves, because I am not one of those people. I am not somebody who thinks I am beautiful when I'm overweight. I am not somebody that thinks I am, you know, worth something, unfortunately, which also goes back to abusive relationships and all this stuff. Everything kind of ties together. But what I can say is when I did lose that 91 pounds and in the beginning of my surgery stages, I felt so good physically, mentally, emotionally. Everything was amazing. And I'm just so ready to stop treating my body like crap. And I'm so ready to put into my body what it deserves. And I'm really hoping that this video can reach somebody who's going through similar things, somebody who has gone through weight loss surgery or is thinking about going through weight loss surgery and feels like they failed, because that was me. I thought to myself, oh my gosh, like, I went through this surgery and I failed. Surgery, getting half of my stomach, more than half of my stomach removed, can't keep me away from being fat. And that's how I feel, and that's how I felt. But you know what? I'm in a better mind frame now. I'm getting my stuff together, and I'm going to try again, because that's all we can do. That's all I can do is try again. Weight will always be something that's been huge in my life. It will always be something that is huge in my life. From when I was younger up until now, I've been fat. I've been big. There's nothing around that. I'm not a stick in any shape or form. I'm not. This is who I am. I will be inserting some before and after pictures, and kind of progress pictures from before I started to when I started to in the middle when I was losing to when I started gaining back and to now, because I think it's really important to document that stuff. And you know that my story's not over. My story will never be over with weight. And I think that's really important to realize, that people put, I think, unrealistic expectations on people that have had weight loss surgery, because it's not a magic thing. It's not a magic thing. And I think a lot of people who don't have it, and even some people that do have it, go into it thinking that it is, but it's not. We're human. I'm human. I mess up, and I'm probably going to mess up again. And when I do, I'll own it, because it's nobody's fault but mine. So here I am being very vulnerable with so many people that might come across this video, or maybe one person that will come across this video. But this is also just for me. This is my journey, my weight journey, and I hope you guys will stick along with me and see how my week goes. If anybody has any pointers for a liquid diet to keep me sane and focused, I'd love to hear it. And if there's anything else you guys would like for me to touch on in more detail, because I know this video was kind of quick and there's probably a lot more for me to say on certain subjects, just drop a comment and let me know. Hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.